The Placing You First podcast begins in less than 20 seconds.
Visit crcgroup.com to subscribe, download our award-winning tools and intel articles that help you stay aware of emerging issues and trends, or get a snapshot of the insurance marketplace with our industry-leading REDY indexes. You'll find it all on crcgroup.com under Tools and Intel.
Welcome back to Placing You First, the podcast where we help retail agents stay informed, work smarter, and better serve their clients. I'm Amanda Knight.
And I'm Scott Gordon.
Today, we're talking about something that's becoming increasingly important in insurance, using technology and AI-driven insights to make the submission and placement process faster, more efficient, and ultimately more successful for agents. Specifically today, we're diving into CRC's REDY Intel, a platform focused on automated clearance, submission data extraction, risk insights, and market insights.
And joining us today is Leah Herman, Product Manager for REDY Intel.
This is the Placing You First podcast from CRC Group.
This podcast features news and insights from a vast knowledge base of more than 5,500 associates who write more than $30 billion in premium annually.
Plus, we give you the latest information on what's happening at CRC.
This is the Placing You First podcast.
And now the hosts of the podcast, Amanda Knight and Scott Gordon.
Leah, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. Really excited to join you guys.
Let's start out at a high level. For agents hearing the name REDY Intel for the first time, what is it and what problem is it trying to solve?
Yeah, so first of all, REDY Intel isn't just a single screen or a standalone product. It's really the intelligence layer that's embedded across the CRC specialty tools and workflows, specifically our REDY platform. So REDY Intel is experienced through the features that it powers, such as the automation that's happening in the background, smart insights and recommendations surfaced within the brokerage workflow, and then data enhancements that make downstream steps faster and more consistent. All in all, it's really helping CRC teams and retail agents move faster and make more informed decisions.
All right. So this really starts with sort of improving the submission experience itself, right, Leah?
Yeah, that's really just the starting point, though. By automating clearance and extracting submission data from the documents, we're reducing friction, saving time, and surfacing important information earlier. And then there's going to be a lot more automation and data extraction to come throughout those other steps within the workflow, like at quote and at binding, things like that to really help, again, that efficiency and more informed decision making.
So, Leah, before we dive in further, advise our audience, is this another thing they have to sign up for with, another password in their list? Or is it already built into the way that they work with Team CRC?
Exactly. This is all built into our REDY platform that all of CRC brokers have access to. So retail agents benefit from it just by working with their CRC specialty brokers.
That's awesome, because we know that the one thing retail agents constantly battle is time, especially when you have to submit risk to multiple markets. So how does REDY Intel help agents on the front end?
Yeah, one example that I can point to is that our new automated clearance capabilities have improved clearance time from somewhere around 30 minutes, now on average to about 4 minutes.
Wow.
So that's a significant improvement, to our speed. And obviously, it's enabling our CRC brokers to get retail agent submissions to market faster.
That's a big difference. That's a lot of time.
Yeah. It's huge.
Yeah, multiply that times, whatever, right?
Hundreds, thousands submissions each day.
Absolutely.
It's making a really big impact.
It's a tangible thing too, for real. So one of the things that really shocked me was the sheer amount of information that REDY Intel can extract from submissions. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's quite vast, and it can do quite a lot. So for example, there's over 200 possible data fields for just casualty alone that could be extracted automatically from those documents that are submitted at submission. Examples like payroll, gross sales, vehicle schedules, construction details, things like that. And obviously the purpose of us being able to extract that data is helping us miss critical underwriting information and getting that early and often and being able to surface that to our brokers right basically as they're cleared, helping them move along the submission a lot faster.
So instead of, chasing paperwork, repeating information, the system itself is helping organize and surface that information proactively itself.
Exactly. I have a vision of brokers in my head scouring through documents, having multiple tabs open and different platforms. Right. And this is eliminating that. This is putting that very specific detail about the risk they're working right on their screen within Ready. So very excited about the efficiency and the outcomes downstream that these initiatives within Ready Intel are bringing to them.
Yeah. And a lot of people may be just hearing about it for the first time, but CRC has been really proud of Ready for a while. We've been one of the first, ones to collect the data. And now we're turning it into, real time-saving results. So let's talk about the next piece, though, Ready Intel Risk Insights, because this feels pretty valuable for agents trying to position accounts effectively, right?
Yeah, exactly. So Risk Insights is exactly the feature that this data extraction and the automated clearance flow is being fueled by. What Risk Insights does is it creates a summarized risk snapshot inclusive of the extracted data that we just talked about, as well as any important context or content that was shared within the submission email body from the agent. So it will highlight key exposures and underwriting details. And then all in all, this is, again, making this submission process easier for brokers to understand, easier for them to understand what's in the submission and making them faster of getting it out to market.
So it's not just dumping raw data, it's also creating a narrative around each risk.
Exactly. With the raw data and with the content from the email, Ready Intel is utilizing AI to kind of create this very comprehensive risk snapshot, is kind of what we're calling it to start, to provide them with that head start, really, of analyzing the submission. What do they need to do next? And we're just on the cusp of sharing these really great insights with brokers. So we're excited for the continued iteration of this product and feature.
And I know, especially in today's market, underwriters can be overwhelmed with submissions. So this is pretty important for them, it seems like, and a big time saver, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. It's really going to, like I said, jumpstart their understanding of what's in the submission. What details are they missing? What do they need to go back to the retail agent to find? And it's just expediting that process significantly.
And it seems like it would support that communication, right, between agents, CRC, and then, of course, carriers. So that's awesome. Another big challenge we know that our retail agents face is sort of figuring out where a risk is most likely to land successfully. So how does Ready Intel help with that piece?
Yeah, so another feature within Ready Intel is Market Insights. This is one that we've just recently released a revamped version for our brokers using CRC REDY, and it analyzes placement trends and carrier appetite and provides our brokers with carrier matches for their specific submission. So essentially market recommendations, but based on the troves of data that CRC has access to, again, dependent on the placement and actual carrier appetite. So it's really helping our CRC brokers identify markets with strong binding activity, also tied with the performance trends, and overall just a smarter marketing strategy with speed. So you can see here what we've talked about so far is all about speed and efficiency and utilizing data to make more informed decisions.
It just seems so comprehensive, right? Like more information, better aligned with carrier appetite. Like we're hitting all the spots sort of along the submission journey.
So this is huge for agents trying to manage time and client expectations, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like it. So Leah, if you had to sum it up simply, how does Ready Intel help retail agents win in today's marketplace?
Yeah. First and foremost, this is improving quality, right? The submission quality by bringing out the details of the submission first and foremost, and identifying markets that match a little bit better. So we're always thinking about, quality, in go-to-market. It's obviously a time saver. We talked about that time reduction from 30 minutes to 4 minutes and just getting cleared, and then being able to bring information to the forefront at their fingertips is obviously saving them time that they're currently manually sifting through documents and surfing through emails for. And then it helps us get risks in front of the right markets faster. Of those two things, that's what really sums it up. And that's the huge benefit to our agents working with us here at CRC.
Just seems like a better experience for everybody all along the spectrum.
Exactly. It really will hopefully allow our agents to focus more on advising clients and not administrative work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just getting I think of it as all the little ants going out and picking up all the pieces of food and bringing it back to the house. It's you still got to deal with the queen. You still got to talk to the queen, but you can have other people lift the data for you.
AI is going to do that part.
Well, and I think it's important to say that this doesn't replace those relationships or market knowledge. It's just meant to enhance them.
Absolutely. Our CRC brokers have a very unique skill set and knowledge of the industry and their niche practice area. And we acknowledge and value that 100%. REDY Intel is really supporting their decision making and their efficiency. So that's really what the crux of it is we still, hone in on and value and honor all of that expertise that our CRC brokers have. It's just technology to support them at every touch point along the way.
All right, Leah, you're through the hard part.
Okay.
So do you have any final thoughts on REDY Intel before we switch to the fun part of the episode?
No, I think we covered it all.
All
What
right,
I
you
always
did
love to
great.
say is, well, I was just going to say what I love to say is that we're really just at a starting point. Our brokers and our retail agents are going to continue to see these products evolve and get more mature, and that's when the value to each of them is really going to start overflowing. So I'm excited to just be at the cusp of it, but more to come as always.
Absolutely, and we'll bring you back to talk with us again as we release new features and new things we want to make sure that our retail agents are aware of.
I would love that.
All right, Leah, before we wrap up, we always like to do what we call rapid fire. It's just a few fun questions so that our listeners get to know our guests a little bit better. We can prove you're not AI because we're going to ask you questions that AI should not know about you, maybe. Okay, just quick answers, whatever comes to mind first. Number 1, if you could outsource one annoying task in your life, what would it be? And it doesn't have to be insurance related. I mean, it could be, but it doesn't have to be.
I'm sure there's many other people that would say this as well, but it would be laundry.
Yep.
I just loathe the process of doing laundry and folding
and with
it
kids
and
in the house,
away.
they're like laundry making machines. It's everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I know that I essentially could outsource it, but obviously that's not very economical.
Right.
So
exactly. We got kids to feed.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fitted sheets are the worst. I just wad them up now.
Yeah. No one needs to know.
That's right.
No.
There's no laundry police. All right.
Right.
Number 2. This is a good one. Name your top 3 forms of potato preparation in preference order. And let me tell you, there are a lot of ways to prepare a potato, like fried, chips, mashed, hash browns. Vodka's made out of potatoes. I mean,
Yes.
you could go a lot of directions here. I've
Yes.
thought about this, but now I want to know, Leah, what are your top 3 forms of potato? Because I don't know that I've ever met someone that doesn't like potatoes. So if that's you,
Yeah.
we can skip it.
No.
Okay, good.
Love potatoes. Here's a fun fact about me is that I am from Pittsburgh. So I am a huge Heinz ketchup fan. And I always say my potatoes are just a vessel for me to have ketchup.
Yes.
So my first choice is a no-brainer. It is a French fry. I love the shoestring, to be specific. That would be my number 1. Number 2 would probably be hash brown. And then 3, tater tot. And again,
Good
all
choices.
three are vessels for ketchup. So that's why they're high on my list.
All right, Leah, you pass. We can be friends. You've got
Okay,
good.
good.
You've got good taste in potatoes.
Thank
You didn't throw any au
you.
gratins at us or
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
so good on you.
All right, last question. What's the best book you've read, movie you've seen, or TV show you've binged recently or ever, if you've got like an all-time favorite?
Okay, I'll go TV show. I recently watched Bridgerton. I've been following the seasons, and the last season I really enjoyed too. And I learned that it's actually a book series. I didn't know that. I was watching the TV series, and so now I might have to follow up on the books, but I really enjoyed Bridgerton. Just the music and flashing back to yesteryear is an interesting storyline to follow.
I think Amanda and I are both all caught up on. We're both up.
We're caught up.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be maybe our next conversation. We should make a podcast about that.
We do have our Bridgerton podcast that we do on the side. Yeah. No.
Our next questions will be, who's your favorite Bridgerton character? We'll save that for the next.
Yeah, perfect.
Leah, thanks so much for joining us and giving us a look into how REDY Intel is helping modernize and improve the submission process.
Yeah, so happy to join you guys. And again, anytime that I can come back and share more updates and the progress we've made, I'd be happy to share.
And to our listeners, the big takeaway today is this: better data, better insight, and smarter workflows ultimately help you move faster, serve clients more effectively, and create stronger placement outcomes for everyone. Thanks for listening to Placing You First. We'll see you next time.
Are you ready to move faster and go further? Take your career to the next level. Join Team CRC to gain access to best-in-class tools, data, exclusive programs, and more. Send your resume to resumes@crcgroup.com and read testimonials from recent hires on LinkedIn.
Search for CRC Group.